Jesus Christ, it's an hour and a half? Okay, I knew it was 22 tracks, but, you know, I thought it was going to be, you know, there's going to be some shorter tracks, but it's an hour and a half. We lock in. New record from The Weeknd. Hurry Up Tomorrow, the last of his trilogy. We got 22 tracks to get through, though, so let's just jump into it. Now, this is super Dawn FM. This is a Michael Jackson-ass groove. Love those chord changes, too. Yeah, this is a very different tone than the singles. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a transition. Yeah. Good intro. I like that a lot. That groove is killer. Very Thriller, yeah. These synths sound rich. Really rich. Yeah, the production credits are Metro Boomin and Mike Dean on this one, which all around makes sense. I mean, I think that this single was fine. We got a lot of album to get through. I'm not going to talk too much until we get into the meat of it. That's Anita, right? Again, I think what's nice that you can depend on with The Weeknd, especially as of late, is that the synths are not going to sound cheap ever. You know what I mean? They're always going to sound analog. They're always going to sound rich. Bro's schizophrenic in this song. I can't tell if he's in mourning or if he's, like, consumed by regret. Okay. Oh. New track. I thought that was gorgeous. But now it's feeling like it was almost just an intro for this. Yo! Yeah, this bass part is giving justice for sure. He's doing that theatrical 80s voice that he did on Dawn FM. Ooh! Beats. Whoa! Whoa! This one's epic. This one sounds huge. Oh my god. Definitely the most 80s one yet, too. Like, this almost sounds like The Cure, but especially in those vocals. Ah, there's so many layers to this instrumental. This buzz. This man's heart is always broken, brother. Narratively, this is what I thought the album was going to be about. Being that the first album is about, like, oh, a reaction to the breakup and his whole life going to shit and, like, descending into chaos and all of that stuff. And this album is, I think, more thinking about recovering and talking about, you know, where do I go from here and how do I get better? Again, nothing mind-blowing with the lyrics, but it's fitting the theme that I thought it would. Another sick transition? Jesus. I'm really curious where this is going. I don't know, this feels like an intro to something. It feels like something's coming. I don't know what it is, though.
Wait, I've been out
Travis.
state 45 off of safe
Travis.
at the top.
Okay.
Place you and I.
That's not what I was expecting. Government mandated Travis Scott feature. It actually sounds like they recorded this at a higher tempo.
Man, that shit is trouble.
Like, that was a really weird song choice to throw Travis Scott on there. Like, it was... he felt really out of place. I thought it was going a completely different direction than that feature. And the feature sounds like it was recorded at a higher tempo and, like, stretched out. I don't know. It felt a little... I don't know. That was bizarre. I can't say that I hated it. I just also felt like it didn't really make any sense being there. It does feel like sometimes people throw a Travis Scott verse on their record and it's just like, this didn't need to be. But I guess Travis Scott is on this album now. I mean, there's so many cool ways you could utilize him. I don't know why I throw him on that song personally, but...
So I gently took my head like my mama always said and dream.
God, what an R&B melody. I'm really loving the sample.
Yeah.
Future. We're getting a Future verse?
I can't feel my face anymore. I don't wanna give you any
Oh, and he's crooning.
I don't wanna feel like I'm alone anymore.
Back drinking mud. Don't want the drugs.
We're drinking mud.
Got all my feelings inside my duffel. Come hit the different than the baddest bro. Real diamond shining dark. I'm in my feelings.
You know what? Fine. You know what? Fine. I'll take it. Future was also a little out of place, but I like that a lot more than the Travis verse, honestly. I just think it's really funny to throw a Future verse like this in the finale of your concept record. And he's like, I'm in the mouth like a real one. Take a pump of caviar, sipping on the baddest broad. You throw a little arpeggio, a little sequence synth, and I'm sold. A little high sequence synth. Ooh. I'm liking it so far. I think, again, it sounds really expensive. I think the analog synths sound great. Features are a little random. I mean, the hidden features, Future and Travis, I'm like, I don't even know. I don't really know why they're here. I can't say I, like, hated the Future one. I can't be the only one that feels like a lot of these tracks, I think, could use a bridge or could have, like, a minute or two shaved off of them. And that's not like it's a new problem for the Weeknd, but I feel like a couple of these tracks have overstayed their welcome. But at the end of the day, I love like how jam-packed a lot of these songs are. I mean, there's a lot of detail in the production, which love what Mike Dean is doing so far. And the transitions have been great, so I'm enjoying it so far. One of my roommates turned up the heat. It just got fucking hot in here. Whoa! Whoa! I'll always lie to you. Oh, he's back. Beat switch. Yeah, this is the same song. What's going on? I don't know. I don't know why these songs are attached. That's what I'm trying to figure out here. Why was Future there? I don't know. I don't know. I can't answer any of these questions. Bro, I was confused. What the fuck was going on? I'm familiar with the beat switch, but like nothing was connecting that for me. Randomly, Future was there for a second and then he left. Future was just came in there and like doubled up on a chorus or something and then pieced the fuck out. And then there was beat switch and then it got jazzy and then kick drums came back. I mean, I don't know. Oh. These chords are delicious. They're tasty, man. Is that Thundercat? I hear a bass line with a phaser on it. I'm like, is that Thundercat? That was cool. I like that one. I mean, Thundercat might as well have that bass tone copyrighted, you know? Open Hearts has been my favorite so far. I still think this song's hard. I know not everyone's in love with it, but it's my favorite Playboi Carti shit I've heard in years, I feel like, you know? Also, just Pharrell cooked on this, I think. I think this beat's crazy. You know, like I said, I like Timeless overall. Another song that I think you could have shaved 1 minute and 30 seconds off of it, 2 minutes. Bro. This is like a Timbaland pattern. I was waiting for this to get horny.
I had you up in the same bridges.
Whoa. Pin solo. This sounds like it'd be something off of Take Care. Am I wrong? Am I crazy for saying that? Toronto coded for real. I could hear this being on Take Care. Fucking Toto, Africa? Sorry, what? Yeah, this is still the same song somehow. The whole double song thing is getting old. Oh.
Take me back to LA.
Okay. I like the synth lead. Listen, I like The Weeknd. overall, but I think it's in moments like these where there's a lot of space and the instrumental isn't doing anything super grand or epic or crazy. Like I think my favorite song so far, Open Hearts, I think that's what makes that song so great, is the detail and production and how layered it is. The song has a lot more space to it, and it leaves a lot of space for lyrics. And the lyrics, and I'm really paying attention to them, I get what he's trying to say, but he isn't saying anything really in an interesting way. Like, at least there's an attempt at saying something, but I'm not... Like, he almost had me for a little bit at the beginning of this song, and then he just kind of lost me. And I feel like those are the moments where I feel like he can fall flat sometimes. He doesn't always, but I don't know. Hopefully there's another cool transition. I'm living for the cool transitions, though. This album does not need to be an hour and a half. It just doesn't, man. Little Kravinsky moment. I'm just waiting for another Future jump scare. That's where, listen, he struck the fear of God into us with two random Future features in a row. And I've just been waiting for it. Oh my God, he's gonna come back. Where's Pluto? Where's Pluto? He could be around any corner. I think the chorus melody is really cute. This might be amazing on the Lion King soundtrack. Real. This is like, yeah, this could be on the Tarzan soundtrack or something. No shade to Phil Collins. Phil Collins did an amazing job. I think my perspective on a lot of these tracks and later in the album might have been different if we weren't already over an hour into this record. You know what I mean? Like that's on the sequencing, and that's on, you know, putting the record together, something that the artist should think about, the producers. There's just been so many songs. There's been so many songs, chat. But I don't mind this. I don't mind this at all. I love the movie Drive too. Ooh, this build. Are we gonna get to something interesting?
Just hold my heart, be close to you.
Wait.
Remember how it always be.
That Lana? Is that Lana? Bring her back. Where is it? Where is she? Lana's getting the snow on the beach treatment. Oh my God, she's getting the snow on the beach treatment. Where is she? Bring her back this instant, Abel. Oh. She sounds great.
It's a threat, not a promise. If you're looking for rain, looking for rain, quiet for day. If I quiet for
Oh my God, she cooked. But she sounded so good. She sounded like an angel. Yo.
You're not heavy. I rock you to sleep. I hold you.
You think I'm skinty? You think I'm skinty, Abel?
Light just like a feather. I ran from
I'm flattered. Thank you. Bro is trying to make music for TikTok edits. How's the album so far? Long. Really long. I wouldn't argue it's a bad album either. I think it's a poor decision to make the record this long with these sort of production choices, I think. This one's very theatrical. A lot of emotion in this one. I'm getting a lot of substance from the lyrics here. Why does it sound like a Hamilton ballad? Not a bad way to end it, I don't think. It was a nice 80s ballad, sort of. It did sound Broadway, almost, you know? But I think that was some of the more honest, like, emotionally vulnerable lyrics on the entire record. Not saying there weren't other moments like that too, but yeah, I mean, it's always been a thing with me in The Weeknd is that I've just never been super drawn to his lyrics. I feel like the big selling point is his sound, and I think how instantly appealing it is a lot of the time. And I think that stuff like After Hours, I think, did a really good job at elevating his sound and making it feel a lot more grand and a lot more cinematic. And I think this record does accomplish that in certain moments. And I don't think that there's a lot of like bad moments on this album. There's some weird feature choices. Like, I don't really think Travis Scott or Future needed to be there. I loved the Lana feature. I thought that was great. But overall, again, unfortunately, I hate to say this about the final project of this trilogy, but while the transitions on Dawn FM I thought made a lot of sense and they really added a lot to the flow of that record, I think the continuous splitting of these songs and just abandoning the initial idea that the song started with for a beat switch, it ended up sounding gimmicky, unfortunately. Or at least it did to me. I don't know if you agree with that, Chad. It seems like you guys did while we were listening, but it just did. I mean, I don't know. And I feel like there's a lot of songs that he could have just expanded on the initial beat, but he didn't. And it felt less like it had a purpose, more like he didn't know where to go with the original sound. So it's like anytime he didn't want to really know where he wanted to go with the song, he was like, what if we threw a beat switch in there and changed the song entirely and just add another song onto here? I think unfortunately it ended up sounding a lot like half-completed ideas that were strung together in kind of an awkward way. And I think just because the production is so luxurious and like so epic in a lot of these moments, that I think he thought he could get away with it being like a dramatic artistic choice. Maybe you could interpret it that way, but it didn't feel that way to me. Somebody said that is this The Weeknd's Tortured Poets Department? And I think it is, in the sense that it is so drawn out and it needed so much editing, but I feel like it has a little bit more going for it in the production. I think that the highs are a lot higher. I think Open Hearts is one of my favorite Weeknd songs ever. I think we can all agree that is probably the best track on this album. In the opener, I thought Wake Me Up was really, really good too. I love the Lana feature on The Abyss, so those are probably my top 3 favorite songs. Metro did his thing. I feel like Mike Dean did his thing. I think some of the transitions were really cool. Again, I think this album just could have really been cut down a lot. It did not need to be an hour and a half. I don't feel like there was enough valuable material on here for it to be an hour and a half or 22 tracks long. I just don't. This is definitely the worst of the trilogy, and definitely not one of my favorite albums from him, unfortunately. At least off of first listen. I'll let you guys know if that changes.